Hello, all the ASMR and art lovers. Today I prepared a little collection of notebooks and my books for you. And again, I have my lights on my phone, but I feel it's going to switch them off soon, so be aware. I'm going to start with this notebook, which is still wrapped, because back in the days when I wanted to buy notebooks, I was kind of a fanatic at some point, because they had only, several of them all packed together. And instead of me just searching more for the separate notebooks, I was like, okay, I'm just going to get everything because I love this craft paper and all of that. And I got them, and I still have some which are not even open yet because I got so many. So it says love rules the world, do all things with love, and the world is full of love. And I'm not going to argue with that. I feel like that's the truth. But in order to express love fully, we have to be able to be really okay with all the spectrum of our emotions. I'm going to dive into that later, like in a different video. I'm going to show you more of my artworks that represent rage and fury and anger and hatred, everything that is labeled as no-no in society. I'm going to speak about that more. I love this one. It's going to be used, of course, I don't even know for what. Usually I'm not good with order. I'm good with, I write easily. I had plenty of journals. I already destroyed them because it's a different story, but I had like plenty of journals. So it's not a problem for me to write things down. It's a problem for me to be neat. And I'm okay with that as well. I don't have to be neat. Who says I have to? Let me show you real quick this one from the same series. It says Passion. Sound is nice. Why this notebook is really great, because this is when I started to draw girls, but I didn't paint back then. I will tell you this story again in a different video, but that was just the beginning of me starting to do some trippy doodling, because well, it's a different story anyway. You can see some really trippy elements, right? Yeah, so and I just wanted, I like this one as well. This one wasn't finished. This one wasn't finished. More girls, more eyes, and then I had like this is my realizations, because I had really expensive experience, and I decided to draw it all. So this is my realizations about nature of reality. It was a lot. It was a lot, and it's just was pouring out of me. It's all these interesting symbols, yeah, and then I have more and more and more of realizations, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, so this is a nice sound. This craft paper is amazing, isn't it? So I'm going to on this channel post videos either with my art or with just objects that are not necessarily my art but are really, tingly. for me, and I want to share them with you as well. Passion. Let's move on. Let me show you, when it's still seen, my book, and then I'm going to show you different notebook. I decided to leave the dust on the cover because it's all dusty. It's just lying there on my table. It is called Poison. It is Russian name for it, which is Yad. And here you can see the same word but in Japanese. But in Japanese I picked symbol that represents poison, as in strong healing remedy, because there are plenty of meanings. And it's not a coincidence that my book of poetry, which is, I made it back in 2011, it's not a coincidence that it's called this way. I meant poison of knowledge back then, and I meant that like poison can be really healing if you know the dosage. So it was a lot of philosophy involved in there. Right now, I can relate still, because if you're not ready for knowledge, then you can even suffer, you know. But if you're ready for the knowledge, then you can apply it onto your daily life. So when you open it, here it is orange, and there it is black. Yeah, I'm really enjoying. I styled it all myself, of course. I got the idea of getting this background symbol as well. I don't remember exactly what it means actually, but it all just meant something. It all was just a concept, and it was like the drop of the of the poison. And it says here that poison of knowledge can heal with one condition only. It's also Russian, but I decided to write it down as in Japanese, you know, style, just like this. And I didn't actually say in the book what kind of, you know, condition it is. Everyone should decide for themselves, I thought so. I left some sort of intrigue. And right now, I resonate with some of my poems of that time, but not with all of them. Because I changed, I expanded a lot, and I know where I was coming from. But it was actually, this whole book was made before my intense self-discovery journey. I already was in it. I mean, we all are on self-discovery journey, so to speak, since the moment we come to this realm, but still, I'd say that that's my name in Russian as well. I'd say that I still, you know, had a lot of programming, social programming, and that's why it all impacted my poetry, but it's a good one. I always loved writing poetry, and I started from very early age, so this is my bookie. And just to, in order to compare, I'm just going to show you my first one, which I'm not that proud of. I mean, I don't enjoy the way it turned out, because it's a really simple thing, and it's just, they didn't do it the way I wanted. But anyway, just in order for you to compare how thin this one is comparing to this one. So, moving on to the notebooks. I love this one a lot. It says wild and free. Man, I love it. And I love this dream catchers. I don't believe that dreams should be catched. They should be understood not from the mind's level, not from conscious level, but from really subconscious level. It's a different topic, but it's really interesting, because when my self-discovery journey started to be really intense. My dreams also changed, and now it all makes so much sense. Because before my self-discovery journey, I was really afraid, sometimes to fall asleep because I had no idea what's going to happen. I had no idea what's going on inside of myself, and I didn't realize what was going on. But right now, everything makes so much sense. Let's say that I have 3 main types of dreams right now. First is the most pleasant one. It's what I call multidimensional meetings, when I meet either those who already not focused here in this realm, but it's a really deep topic. I want to make it kind of light, but anyway, those I knew, and I can now communicate through different states of consciousness. Or with those I never met physically, but they seem really, really well known. This is the most pleasant type of dreams because I feel transformed every single time. And it's just, I feel it on a cellular level. My cells are vibrating literally after such dreams. Another type of dream is neutral type of dreams, when I'm just stressed and I have some sort of images, but they don't mean that much. Or my subconscious mind doesn't really want me to pay attention onto them. My phone switched the lights on, so now it's a little bit pale, but you still can see, right? And another type is energy releases. It's the most unpleasant one, when I just have really unpleasant episodes that my subconscious mind uses in order for me to release some energy, repeated dreams, etc. There is also another type, which is astral projection or lucid dreaming. It's a really wild and free experience, I should say. And they just are amazing, honestly. Just amazing. And I've noticed that, I don't know if you're noticed, but almost every single dream contains just a number of clues that it's actually a dream, so I can wake up within a dream and start, creating my own experience. So I didn't develop the habit or skill to use this in order to wake myself up, because I don't have such intent right now, but I've noticed that every single dream contains those clues. Moving on to my 2 little notebooks, small ones. This one, and some sort of piece of paper. This one traveled with me some places and witnessed me having really interesting, transformative experience. Right now, I was obsessed with little notebooks, and it's not a notebook, I believe, or I forgot how it is called, but I was obsessed with them almost my whole life. But right now, as I'm coming to this healthy minimalism, I don't want to overbuy stuff, so I have only these 2. Still, I don't use them as much as I did before. Hand switch. It's really soft sound when I tap on it. one gives really nice tapping sound. And I love orange. I used to love orange. Focus, focus, focus. I used to love orange color a lot. It was my favorite color. Right now I'm like multicolored. And the last one, it's a warm color in person, but right now because my phone switched the lights off, it looks coldish, but it's not. Just nice violet or like warm purple color. This also gives really nice, this one gives really nice tapping sounds. I'm fascinated by the fact that we're surrounded by objects that are so good for ASMR, and I have my own concept of why ASMR is so popular, and I know why I love it because I already explored that, but I'm going to tell you in a different vid because it's just a story. I want to give you some details so you just would have a good idea. Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope. It's not that focused right now, but it says kaleidoscope. Yeah, it's not focused at all right now. Oh no, sun is hiding as well. So colors now are really, really, really like pale and cold. But they are not. They are not pale and cold. I always was a fan of gentle tapping and scratching, but then I found out that actually intense one gives me even more of the tingles. So I just am somewhere in the middle, I guess. I combine gentle one with intense one. So I'm going to finish this video because I have this idea to make them middle length. It's already it's 18 minutes, so I'm going to come back with more of the items one day. I have essential oil collection, a big one. Just have to check their names in English because I don't know them all in English. And also more of my art is coming, the symbology and just different series and different stories. Kaleidoscope. So I hope you got some tingles, some inspo for self-exploring, and I will come back to you another day with another items. I'd be curious to know what type of sound you enjoyed the most in this video, and also which one of, notebooks you enjoyed the most. I'd say this one is number one because I love dream catchers. This one probably, I don't know what's number two will be, probably this one. I'm not a big fan of flowers, but this flower is really trippy. So it's a different thing. And I can see it's actually some sort of, yeah, it's golden paint as well. This one I also love. It's really like, this green one is just, I don't know. Probably it's going to be number 2 and this is going to be number 3. Yeah. So this is it. ASMR lovers. See you around. Stay inspired.